Modern software delivery is facing a scaling problem. Multiple teams, different pipelines, different standards, different ways of building and deploying software. At first, it looks manageable, but as organizations grow, complexity explodes, pipelines become inconsistent, security becomes difficult to enforce, release reliability starts breaking down, and eventually, nothing truly scales. Everything becomes operational chaos. This is one of the biggest reasons why many DevOps transformations fail at scale. Now, in this video, we'll try to understand what real CI/CD standardization actually means, why most pipeline standardization efforts fail, and how modern engineering organizations implement scalable delivery systems across multiple teams. Now imagine this problem across dozens or even hundreds of engineering teams. Every team starts building pipelines differently. Some teams skip security scanning. Some teams use partial automation. Others create deployment flows that nobody else can maintain. At first, this may look like flexibility, but over time, it creates inconsistency, delays, operational risks, and massive maintenance overhead. And the biggest problem, nothing scales. One of the biggest misconceptions in DevOps is believing that standardization means using the same tools everywhere. It does not. Standardization is also not about copying the same YAML pipeline file across projects, because copied pipelines eventually drift apart. Teams modify them differently, standards break, and governance disappears. So the real question is, what does true standardization actually look like? Real standardization is not a tool, it's not a script, and it's not a single pipeline. Standardization is a system that defines how software moves from development to production in a reliable, secure, and a repeatable way. The goal is not restricting teams. The goal is creating consistency without slowing innovation. So now the question becomes, what does a real enterprise-grade CI/CD standardization system actually look like? Let's break it down. A mature CI/CD system follows a consistent delivery lifecycle. Every application, regardless of the team, should move through the same core stages: code, build, test, security, deploy, and monitor. This creates predictable delivery behavior across the organization. Now, developers do not need to reinvent delivery processes every time. Security teams gain governance, operations teams gain visibility, and leadership gains reliability at scale. Here is where the real transformation happens. Different teams, different applications, different technologies, but the same delivery structure. That means every team follows the same quality gates, same security controls, the same deployment process, and the same operational standards. This dramatically reduces dependency on tribal knowledge and makes onboarding new teams significantly faster. The secret behind scalable CI/CD standardization is reusable pipeline templates. Instead of every team building pipelines from scratch, platform engineering teams create reusable building blocks. Build templates, testing templates, security templates, deployment templates, and monitoring templates. Teams simply consume these templates, while enterprise standards remain centrally managed. This is how large organizations scale DevOps successfully. So now, the question becomes, how do organizations actually solve this problem at scale? The answer is not creating more pipelines. It is creating a standardized CI/CD pipeline template. Instead of every team building CI/CD differently, platform engineering teams create one reusable enterprise template. Teams only consume a few input parameters, while the core delivery process remains standardized across the organization. This creates consistency, governance, scalability, and faster onboarding. At the top, you can see the customizable parameters. Things like service name, runtime, deployment environment, and whether security or monitoring should be enabled, etc. So team A may deploy a Java payment service to production, while another team deploys a Node.js service to QA. But both still follow the exact same delivery standards. Now compare both worlds side by side. Without standardization, every team creates pipelines differently. Delivery becomes inconsistent, failures increase, releases slow down, and troubleshooting becomes painful. But with proper standardization, teams follow a structured flow. Delivery becomes reliable. Security becomes enforceable. Pipelines become maintainable. And deployments become significantly faster. This is why platform engineering and standardized CI/CD are becoming critical in modern enterprises. And this is the final business impact. Without standardization, organizations experience more failures, longer release cycles, high operational dependency, and systems that simply cannot scale. But with standardization, release velocity improves, failures reduce, teams become more independent, maintenance becomes easier, and engineering organizations scale far more efficiently. This is not just a DevOps improvement, it's a business scalability strategy. At enterprise scale, CI/CD is no longer just automation. It becomes a delivery operating model. The organizations that scale successfully are not the ones with the most tools. They are the ones with standardized engineering systems. Systems that enforce consistency, security, governance, reliability, and scalable software delivery across multiple teams. And throughout this series, we'll continue breaking down how modern enterprises build scalable DevOps and DevSecOps platforms, including CI/CD standardization frameworks, reusable pipeline architectures, platform engineering models, enterprise DevSecOps, release orchestration, Terraform and Kubernetes standardization, delivery governance, observability, SRE, and real-world transformation patterns used in large-scale engineering organizations. So if you want to understand how enterprise software delivery actually works beyond basic tools and tutorials, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.